What is up, you all? What's up? What's up, my sensations? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the house of Sincerity. Yes, come on in. Come on in. While I wait on you guys to come on in the building, let me go ahead and drop this disclaimer, okay? This site is for education and entertainment purposes. Therefore, everything that I say after this, you guys, is allegedly, okay? Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. And you will hear me say that a lot because we got a lot to talk about today. Yes, we have a lot to talk about today. So, yeah, we have R. Kelly in the lineup today to talk about. We got this dog, the bounty hunter, and we're going to get to him. We're going to talk about Miss Mercedes Morr, and RIP to her. Rest in peace to that sister who lost her life. And we're going to talk about this 911 caller from Louisiana that's been hanging up allegedly on people. Okay. So, yeah, we got a whole line up. We're going to talk about it, you guys. So let's get to it. First off, let's talk about this Louisiana operator, okay, allegedly. And I'm going to share my screen because I want you guys to see exactly who she is. We're going to put a face to this young lady. We're definitely going to put a face to her right here. Yeah, this is her. Yeah, okay. So the New Orleans Police Department is searching for a 911 operator after she allegedly deliberately hung up on callers. Okay, let's stop right there. Who does that? First of all, who does that? You knew that when you took this job, you were going to have to answer that phone and take those calls. Sweetie, why are you hanging up the phone? Okay. So on Thursday, officials announced in a statement on Facebook that they have obtained an arrest warrant for Precious Stevens. Let's stop right there. If you don't have a drink, you should get one because I have a drink and I'm about to take a drink on that because her name is Precious. Okay, Stevens. Let that marinate for a second. Yeah, okay. Precious. Yes, you're very precious. Precious Stevens on charges. Okay. She all up in this office, y'all, interfering with the emergency communication. Okay, let's talk about that. The police department revealed that the 911 operator was allegedly disconnecting the 911 calls deliberately without obtaining necessary emergency information or relaying such emergencies to the other dispatchers for aid while she was working with the Orleans Parish Communication District. Look at her again. Put a face to her. Yeah. That. Yeah. This is let's talk about it. Yes, it is. It is very sad. It doesn't make sense. Like, who does that? Who does that? Who does that? I'm dropping the link because we're gonna talk about her for just we got to talk about her because just you don't know how many people that could have died or may have died because she hung up the phone on them and didn't render aid. You know, that's crazy. It doesn't make sense. Who does that? Who does that? What was she thinking? I don't know. I don't know what would, you know. Officials say a report was taken on August 23rd, and as of Thursday, Stevens still remained at large. So, and you on the run? Okay, what you running for? You might as well not even run, honey. That's crazy because now everybody have seen your face. They put it all out there. Everybody know who you are. You hanging up on people. You would not get a job anywhere, especially on the phone. You don't get a job anywhere. That's crazy. I don't know what people are thinking. I don't know what they be thinking when they're doing stuff like that. You don't know how many people you are hurting, you know. But of course, she didn't care. She didn't miss Precious. Precious did not care, you guys. Let me see if it past my 2 minutes so I can say what I really want to say. Oh, yeah, it's past my 2 minutes. Yeah, let me say what I really want to say about Precious. Precious, now you know damn well you didn't have no business hanging up on them people like that. What the fuck is wrong with you, girl? Shit. And why it always got to be us? I would expect that from somebody else, other races, but us, it's always got to be one of us. Now she know damn well they're gonna sit here, and this is why we're always labeled as this and that, because of people like her. Like, damn, why you making the whole, they just fuck the whole race up with that bullshit right there. Okay, moving right along from her ass, because she done. Girl, we are talking about this. I'm gonna share my screen one more time. Hey sis. Yes, we're talking about this. I'm gonna show you who we're talking about. We're talking about this girl named Precious. She is from Louisiana, and she this is her right here. So she was hanging up on people. She was a 911 dispatcher in New Orleans. And so she was basically hanging up on the people, wasn't rendering aid or anything like that. Her, yeah, Miss Precious Stevens. That's her right there. 4 and 5. Yeah, her. Yeah. Yeah, so that's crazy. Sitting up there hanging up on people like that. Yeah. Yeah, so that's her. You know, she's gonna have to live with that. She got to live with that, because she ain't no telling who or how many people got hurt with her hanging up that phone. You know, you knew the job and you took it, that you was going to have to respond, be a 911 dispatch. You were going to respond to certain calls. If you did not want the job, you should not have taken that. Yes, throw the whole fucking phone away. Yes, throw the whole bitch away. Exactly. Could have been somebody's elders, anybody, you know. It's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, moving along from her. Next, we're going to talk about Miss Mercedes Morr, the Instagram model who was killed in Houston, Texas. And I'm gonna share my screen on this as well, so that we can you guys can see what I'm seeing. Okay, so it says Houston Instagram model Miss Mercedes Morr died of strangulation and traumatic concussion, according to the Fort Bend County Medical Examiner's Office. So Miss Mercedes Morr, whose real name is Janae Gagnier, I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right, Gagnier, died in an apparent murder-suicide in Richmond. Okay, Fort Bend authorities said on Monday. She was 33 years old. Okay, the suspect, Kevin Alexander Accordo, he was 34, of Florida, died of suicide by multiple sharp force trauma. And Gagner and Accordo, which is Kevin, were discovered at her home in the Cortland Apartments in the 5200 block of Point West Circle at approximately 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, Richmond police said in a news release. Okay, this is him. Yeah. This was him. At this point in the investigation, police said that they do not believe there was a relationship between the suspect and the victim. At this point, police said that this is being considered a murder-suicide. There is an ongoing investigation to determine the motive in the case. How they're going to determine that motive, I don't know, because he's dead. So, I mean, I don't think no one else is going to know the motive but him. And this is her. So this was, I think, was her last, when this was a post 25 weeks ago of her. And yeah, I don't even, so they say he would have been stalking her. Yeah, that's crazy. Rest in peace to that sister. Rest in peace to that sister. That is crazy. And her parents did speak out. I saw, I think on I don't know if it was IG, but they did speak out of the loss of their daughter. But that is sad. You know, he's basically stalked her for a long, quite period of time, several of her friends and witnesses said that he had been stalking her, but she had just found out. She didn't really know he was stalking her until, I guess, when he forced himself into the apartment on the night or the day that he killed her. So yeah, that's that on that. So yeah, now I want to talk about because, and I do see all the content being sent to me, and I do appreciate my sensations. Again, thank all my subscribers coming in and showing the love and sending me content. So you all are my sensations. I appreciate it. So the content that I am getting, I see it all, and I know that you guys want to talk about it, and this is what we're gonna do. Yes, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, so next we're gonna talk about R. Kelly. I'm gonna show this brief. Actually, I don't think I want to show it because YouTube get to tripping. Y'all know how they do on certain stuff. So I don't think that I'm going to actually show it. I'm just going to play it so y'all can hear what's being said by Dog the Bounty Hunter. Yeah, let's get to it, y'all. Let's hear what his rag dog face ass got to say.
White people, I don't give a damn who you are, Dog the Bounty Hunter, whoever else, you do not have a pass to say the N-word. Now, I'm surprised that Dog the Bounty Hunter is still on TV of any sort, but this guy is still out there. He did an interview. His daughter accuses him of being racist. He's been accused of being racist for a very long time. As a matter of fact.
So this is a brother talking about him, and yeah.
Son's girlfriend at the time, and he was using the N-word over and over again. But Dog the Bounty Hunter has a reason why he says the N-word, and here it is.
22-year-old Bonnie also claims she was not invited to her dad's wedding because she supports the Black Lives Matter movement.
Do you support that organization?
Yes, I do. I have never been a racist. I'm 33.5% Apache.
Okay, let's stop there because he telling a damn lie if he ain't never told one before. Because Dog the Bounty Hunter, you's a rag dog face ass lie. You are a racist. Yes, the fuck you are. You are a racist. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna get. I'm gonna finish popping my shit on his ass in a minute. Yeah, let's finish. Let's continue.
I had a pass in the black tribe to use it.
Okay, hold on.
Eminem.
Let's take it back a little bit.
You used the N-word.
Yes, sir.
Why were you using that word so freely?
Well, I thought I had a pass in the black tribe to use it, kind of like Eminem.
Okay, let's stop right there. He said he feel like he got a pass, something like Eminem. Goddamn, he feel like he can get a pass to say the N-word. He feel like I can say nigga if I want to, because shit, if y'all give Eminem a pass to say it, I can say it too. Okay. So, what y'all think about that? Let's talk about it. What y'all think about that? Should he get a pass? Should Dog the Bounty Hunter be given a pass to say the N-word? Because he said Eminem getting a pass. I guess he say Eminem getting a pass, Cardi B, all the rest of them getting a pass. Just because they got black kids, they feel like they can say the nigga word. Cardi B, she say it all the time. Which nobody don't say nothing about that. They don't say nothing about that. Okay. Yeah. Let's get to it.
Who gave you the pass?
The brothers.
Who were the brothers?
So he said the brothers. They said, who gave you a pass? He said the brothers gave him a pass. What fucking brothers? That's what the brother asked him. What brothers gave you a pass? Let's hear what the fuck he got to say, y'all. What brothers?
I had just, gotten out of prison in 1979 after spending time in 18 months in Texas, and it was probably 3/4 from the black tribe. So that was a word that we used back and forth as maybe a compliment. My pass expired for using it, but no one told me that. To say a racist name doesn't qualify to make you a racist.
If you use that word, use that word and you use it in your regular everyday life, it makes you a racist.
Exactly. So do you see how stupid his ass sound? Exactly. Sis, what fucking brothers? Exactly. You see, he sounds stupid as fuck. He sounds stupid. He sounds real stupid. I'm going to drop the link if y'all want to come up on the link and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's get to it because I want to know what y'all think about this. Is it okay? Do he get a pass? And what brothers the fuck he talking about gave him this pass? We want to talk to them brothers. Where they at? Because I don't believe it. I don't believe in one bit. I don't believe nobody gave you no pass. Yeah. Yeah, he lying. Yeah, he's lying. What brothers? Ain't nobody gave him no pass. Okay. Well, let's talk about it. Let's see.
I have more black friends than Eminem.
That is the proximity.
He say he got more black friends than Eminem, boo. Okay, Eminem. Let's keep going.
Argument. Like, I have lots of black friends, so that should make me okay with black people.
Okay, listen. Listen. Calm down, everybody. Okay? Dog the Bounty Hunter is racist as hell. Let me make sure I say that for the record. He referenced Eminem twice.
Mm-hmm.
He said he uses the N-word kind of like Eminem. Eminem doesn't do that. Okay? He just assumes he does that because Eminem is a white rapper. So naturally to Dog the Bounty Hunter, Eminem says the N-word because he's a rapper.
Okay. So he trying to throw Eminem up in the mix talking about, okay, well, Eminem is a rapper, so Eminem using the N-word, the way he's using the N-word is not the way Eminem is using the N-word. Okay? It's not the way. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, he full of shit and he know he racist as fuck. Let's see. Let's keep going.
Number one. Number two, he has more black friends than Eminem. What? Wait a minute. I don't know how many black friends Eminem has. Do you? But for some reason, that is his proximity to not being racist. Now, let's follow the logic here, because this is really the first time I've heard this argument. I've heard people say, I have black friends, but I have never heard somebody try to dissuade an individual from an argument about racism based on the amount of black friends another white person has. This is insane to me. Now, he also says that he was given a pass. Listen, before the show today, I decided to consult with the black delegation, and the black delegation has thoroughly informed me that no one in prison or out of prison has ever given Dog the Bounty Hunter a pass to use the N-word.
Okay, so we're going to stop there because I agree with him. Ain't nobody in no prison gave his ass no pass, as he's saying he got a pass from the brothers. Okay? First of all, you even out of line for saying the brothers. What brothers? Okay? Nobody gave you no pass for shit. So you capping. Yeah. Don't forget to hit the like button. Exactly. Yes. Hit that like button. My sensations on the way in. And again, I want to thank all of my sensation because y'all giving me this content. Yes. Y'all giving me this content and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I appreciate you all. I'm listening. I hear what y'all want to talk about. Yes. Pull up to the real. Yes. Pull up to the real. Let's get to the real. I have dropped the link. I'm going to drop the link if anybody want to come on the panel and let's talk about it. Before we get into R. Kelly, we have some things we are talking about right now, which is Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's saying that it's okay for the him to use the N-word because he has been given a pass. Okay. He says he's been given a pass, you all. He's been given a pass. So let's see what else.
And let's be clear. Dog the Bounty Hunter went hard ER in a derogatory way. And let's go back to that infamous phone call. Now, you tell me, does this sound like a term of endearment to you? Here it is.
I'm not taking a chance on some if she's a Mexican or whore, whatever. It's not because she's black. It's because we use the word sometimes here. I'm not going to take a chance ever in life of losing everything I've worked for 30 years because some heard us say and turned us into the Inquirer magazine. Our career is over. I'm not taking that chance at
all. Never in life. Never. Never. If Lisa was dating, we would all say you. And you know that. And it's not that they're black. It's none of that. It's that we use the word, we don't mean you. It's scum out of soul. We don't mean that. But America would think we mean that. And we're not taking a chance on losing everything we got over a racial slur.
Dog, all you have to do is stop saying it.
Okay, y'all. Y'all hear that? What y'all thoughts?
Girl, you sound foolish.
What you think, sis?
It's just excuses. It's the excuses for me. Nobody's giving nobody no pass. Choose to use those words. You know what I'm saying? No passes to be given out to use anything like that. So all of that's lies. It's the lies for me, and it's just something they've been wanting to say to me. When they start saying they've been wanting to say it. But it's just
they gave us that.
Go ahead, Miss Tommy.
I'm sorry. I was going to say they gave us that. They gave us that word. We took it back, and we're using it how we want to. And so they don't get a pass. I don't know where this pass stuff comes from. I'm not
I don't
sure.
either.
They used it as a derogatory, hurtful way. So we took it back and used it as a sign of what's the word I'm trying to say? We took the power back from it and used it the way we want to use it. And so there's no passes to them anymore. I mean, this stuff is really getting out of hand. And Dog the Bounty Hunter, nobody cares about him anyway. So I'm not even sure why he feels like what he say even matters anymore. Boy, go sit down somewhere.
Exactly.
Get you a real good facial.
Yeah, that's what he need. Exactly. We should tell him that he need to come holler at you, sis.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And when, let me tell you, this is my thing on it. When he said, just because you spent time in Texas jail or whatever, you hung around black people, and you probably only hung around a handful, because I'm pretty sure, because real brothers recognize real, so they knew your ass real when you was locked up in there. So I doubt they even hung around your ass up in there, and for to even give you permission or a pass for any goddamn thing, because you look like a nerdy type of motherfucker that used to kick his ass on the yard every goddamn day.
Right, and I say it around the people that gave you a pass, because everybody black didn't give you a pass. So say it around them.
That part.
But
I want to know the brothers he told me gave him a pass. So nobody gave you no pass.
Nah, ain't nobody gave him no pass. He just wanted to say that. But they've been saying it about Dog for years.
I know it.
They said arrest black people. He would say that, and I think it was one episode I think they had took out because he said it.
Which say he ain't been relevant in years. So you right about that. Facts. You are right about that. He ain't been relevant in years. Okay.
No,
all right,
y'all. He's not even, his thought, what he got to say is a non-factor. He's trying to make himself relevant. Nobody cares what you say. Dog, go sit down.
And see, where his wife passed away, he really showing his aggression now. You know what I'm saying? He's being the real him.
So he on fool with his daughter, because his daughter, she hang around black people. She got real black friends. She's not racist. So he don't really fool with her. He really don't fool with her. Yeah.
I didn't know which daughter is his sister, because I didn't know that she hung with black people.
Yeah, it's the one that I will have to go back in. Let me see. Let me go back to the video. It's the one, I think she next to the young or the baby girl. She got black hair, kind of like punk rockish looking her.
Yes,
I don't know if you lately or whatever. So she 22 years old. Queisha says she 22. Okay, her. She's the
yes,
one that hang around people. And so I don't think she
a non-factor too.
yeah. Queisha says she is his daughter by Beth. Yeah, okay. So yeah, what do y'all think about the 911 caller hanging up on people?
That's disturbing. And then how many people are doing it?
Exactly. Copycats, being copycats, you know?
Mm-hmm. Somebody really needs to look into that.
So is she fired yet or what?
No, I mean well, of course she didn't go back to work. They're looking for her. They put a warrant on her. She's still at large. They're looking for her right now.
So was this down in was this down in New Orleans or where was this at, sis?
Yeah, this was in New Orleans.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she down there hanging up on people and shit. Like she ain't got no damn sense.
Was she black or white?
Of course, she's black, and that's what I was talking about a few minutes ago. Because yes, it just makes us look bad, and this is why this is another thing when they put stuff out there like that. They already have a jacket on our back, so the least everything that we do it signifies us as a race of saying, okay, dancing. This is what they do. Should have known it was a black person. You know what I'm saying? Like that pissed me off so damn bad when I saw it was one of us. I was like, this is you got to be kidding me. We have a heart. I can see some races don't have a heart. You know, a lot of white people, they don't have a heart. Black people have a heart. So I wouldn't think that one of us would do something like that. You know what I'm saying? You hanging up, you don't know who you hanging up on.
Yes. I'm disturbed.
Oh, yes, she's fired. As she should be. They have charged her. Yeah, they have charged her. That's why they're looking for her. And she on the run. She on the run. They ain't caught up with her yet. Okay, y'all.
They're definitely going to catch up with her. They're definitely going to catch up with her.
Mm-hmm. They're going to catch up with her.
Okay. She probably somewhere here in Texas.
You ain't never lied. Be on the lookout, huh? Mm-hmm.
And how many of them came to deaths? You know what I'm saying? You know, at the end of the day, people was gonna drink. This is crazy.
Exactly. And it could have been elders, you know, she hung up on. You know, telling who she hung that phone up on. Like what was going on? I wonder what the hell was going through her head I couldn't even fathom that, you know, hanging up on people like that. Damn, you got a job to do. If you didn't want the damn job, you should not have taken that job. It was somebody really needed that position that she was in that really would have been more appreciative of that position than her unappreciative ass. You see what I'm saying? That's crazy.
I'm disturbed. But go ahead, sis, with what you was going to touch on next.
Yeah, so I was going to say next, you guys, we need to talk about R. Kelly trial and what's going on with it, because I've been watching bits and pieces of the trial. And Tanya, I know since you did, you sent me that YouTube, but also I forget her name, that she's giving updates on it as well. But I'm gonna do a breakdown and we're gonna talk about the witnesses, what's going on, the defense attorney who is handling R. Kelly's trial, because he's basically ripping them apart, you all. And we got to think about, we're talking about 30 some years ago. So when they're putting these people on the stand, they got to go back and try to remember this shit from when they were 16 and 17 years old, because we have victims that have taken the stand that were 16 and 17 one of the male that spoke out went by the name of Lewis. Okay, he was 17 at the time. So we're gonna talk about all of that. The age difference played a factor because the male that spoke by the name of Lewis, you all, he said that R. Kelly at that time was 39 years old, while he was only 17. So it's a lot, you guys, that have come forward. We've had his former tour manager who talked about Aaliyah being pregnant allegedly by him, and this is the whole reason why they were married so quickly. You know, the way they were, because she was pregnant, or they thought she was pregnant allegedly, and she took a pregnancy test allegedly and found out she was not pregnant, and that's the reason why that the wedding, it was annulled. Okay, allegedly. So a lot, when I say a lot, has come out in this during this trial, you all, things that we would have never believed or known R. Kelly for, or allegedly things that they're saying he's doing. Outside the fact, you all, let's talk about consent, because consensual means a lot in this case. A lot of these young ladies consensually with their parents, that knowing where they were, they had their phones with them, even though they were not supposed to, because a victim testified saying that they signed NDAs. Okay, they all signed NDAs, so they were not supposed to have their phones or cameras or anything. Okay, so let's stop right there. And what are your thoughts on this? Is what you think? What do you think is because I know you've been following the trial every day just as well, so you know exactly what's going on. Let's touch on it. Tell me exactly your thoughts.
Everybody that has been on the stand that's been testifying against R. Kelly, all these girls, their parents knew about it. Their parents basically gave them permission to do it. This defense attorney is really good. They lied about a bunch of stuff. They was never locked up. They was never starved. They was never beaten. They all had access to their phones. They had access to their parents. Some of them left and came back. They had the one that Azrael, whatever Clary, whatever her name is. Her mother even drove 8 hours to take her to R. Kelly.
Wow.
The daddy had several meetings. One of the parents, I think it was her mom, that said, "Since you sleeping with my daughter, you need to put $20,000 in my bank account every month."
See, that's crazy. It's giving me Michael Jackson vibes with the boys, because I remember on the Surviving Michael Jackson, whatever they had on there, allegedly those parents knew as well.
And those boys came out of nowhere. Nobody's even heard or seen. I'm thinking, not saying that R. Kelly is innocent, but a lot of the stuff that they're accusing him of, people had knowledge. These parents knew exactly what was going on. They pretty much sold their child to him.
Absolutely.
Did he? Should he have messed with them? No. But if you look at all these white people that Elvis Presley married a 15-year-old, and this Jerry Lee Lewis married his 14-year-old cousin. I mean, not that it's right, but remember when you was in. So tell me, a lot of y'all, some people, when they were in, not me because I thought it was gross then, but I know friends that I have that was in high school. You wanted to date an older guy, sugar daddies, and all that kind of stuff. But these parents got a lot to do with what happened, how these girls even got to R. Kelly.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes, they do.
A lot. I'm talking about some of them were ministers.
Yeah.
They took these kids to him, like to the concerts.
Yeah.
Back then at 17 years old, you can't, they didn't have cars, they weren't driving, their parents was dropping them off, their older sisters was taking them. They pursued R. Kelly. One of the mom, Azrael Kelly's mom, she took pictures of her in crop tops and tights so that she could text and send it. And she texted and sent it to R. Kelly. So I don't know.
It's crazy. It's crazy because the more I watched and I saw, even the one of the victims, her name was Taronda Pace. She
Oh
at the
yeah, she's a dog.
remember? Okay. So she's allegedly, she was 16 years old too. She said that allegedly he gave her herpes in her mouth. That's the one that said that he gave her the herpes. She had all them bumps and all that stuff in her mouth. Um, Now the Lewis guy, the first male that spoke, that's the one that worked at McDonald's that said he was 17 years old, and he said that allegedly R. Kelly sexually assaulted him with oral sex first. That's when he was 39 years old. And he even described one of the locations as being in the garage where R. Kelly had like exercise equipment and boxing stuff in there, he said. And R. Kelly asked if allegedly if he had any fantasies about men. And he said R. Kelly proceeded to do oral sex on him. Okay, so
Girl.
we already know what that means. He
Mm-mm.
said because he wasn't, I guess, reacting the way R. Kelly wanted him to react. R. Kelly kind of stopped or whatever what he was doing, which I don't believe that either.
I
But
don't believe
if
it. The
you
boys
feel
are
so,
really, I don't, they just came out of nowhere. Like all these years of hearing about all this stuff that R. Kelly did, you ain't never heard nothing about no boys.
exactly, and if
One
you
of those
feel
girls,
so
I'm getting ready to say,
go ahead.
one of those girls that was from here, the girl that's from Texas, that was
Mm-hmm.
on the radio station. So
Yep,
what?
yep.
So she was acting all bougie or whatever, and so R. Kelly told her, "I'm a motherfucking legend. You don't want to get if you don't want to get with the program, you take your ass back to Texas." So she left and came back to Texas and was blowing his phone up, and he never did respond to her no more.
See, and that's why
So
she was mad.
And so then after that, she went and she said she had herpes. That's the one said she had herpes around the mouth. And
Two of them
so,
said they had herpes,
yeah, but come to find out, she been had herpes since 2013,
allegedly.
allegedly. So stop lying, girl. It's some lies going on. If you tell one lie, you telling a whole bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Yeah.
not taking up for R. Kelly or whatever. He did some stuff. He's sick. He got sick fetishes and all that kind of stuff. But to me, on the trial, it's like the prosecution. That's all she want to talk about is his sex life. Like,
Mm-hmm.
girl, do you want a piece of R. Kelly after this is over or what?
I know it's the
And that
lies to me.
and the defense attorney is tearing their asses up when they get on the stand, and clearly he'll say, so did you not tell the state that the government this, and they'll say no. So and then one time he said, so is the government lying, and she said yes.
Oh wow.
Okay, so
Oh
who
wow.
lying? Is the government
Yeah.
lying, are you lying, or R. Kelly lying?
Yeah. Somebody lying. So who was the pastor? Because I saw where a
the
witness, which was a pastor who was convicted of fraud and perjury, that was put on the stand, and they ate his ass alive because first of
He
all,
was the
your
one supposed to
credibility
be
got shot
he the one forged the documents for Aaliyah.
about the pregnancy,
Yes.
right?
The marriage.
I mean the marriage. Okay.
Hmm. He signed the he knew that it was that girl was not 18. But see, the thing about all of this is that they testified that R. Kelly didn't ask them to do none of that. He didn't ask them to go get no fake ID. He didn't ask them to do nothing. He knew
Right.
about it, but he didn't
Right.
ask. All
Right.
these settlements that he paid, he didn't ask them to do that. They did. R. Kelly just worked.
Mm-hmm. And speaking
And
of settlement,
mhm.
when when he made the settlement with with the victim, how are they able to come forth
They're not
now? Because
supposed
in
to.
this settlement agreement, the settlement is for you to shut your damn mouth up. You got paid. So how is that person able to come forth?
Because of the federal government. The feds tell you to talk. Your ass better talk. They don't give a damn about no India. They don't care nothing about what you sign. When the feds say talk, you talk.
So
Point
didn't
blank,
the
period.
defense?
Hmm?
So did the defense turn it around on that the Rhonda the what's her
Pace, the
name
girl.
Pace? Yes, and said
She
that
was
she was really
stalking him.
stalking. Right,
She was
she
stalking
was
R.
stalking
Kelly.
him. Mm-hmm.
He was going to court for this other the first time he went and got that it got thrown out. She followed him the whole time. Like she stalked him. She was skipping school. Um she followed him until she got his attention.
Wow.
And
Queasy.
she also had false didn't tell him. She told him she was 18. He didn't find out till later she wasn't.
So she lied. And she
All of
probably
them
could see.
lied.
Yeah, because see, back then, I don't know, now it's harder, but back then it was easy to get a fake ID. You could get fake IDs easily back then. So everybody probably had the fake IDs back then. They were lying about their ages so that they could get
But
with the men, the older men in that era, because that was the thing, back
but
then.
Azriel Clary, her parents helped her lie about her age.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. They
And
all
so how is it sexual assault? Like somebody else
Mhm.
is that Quisha down when you consented to it. Like he didn't rape
Exactly.
you.
Yeah, that was Quisha said that the state picked up the charges and subpoenaed the victims.
Yes.
And they confused me saying sexual assault, but how when they all consented. That's exactly. Every last one of them consented. So
Oh, it's
to me,
crazy.
there
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't have even been the cases that were brought upon him should not have been even brought upon him. And I'm honestly glad that he have the defense attorneys that he have, y'all. I am.
Well, let me just say this. A lot of this stuff gonna get thrown out because the judges even seem like, okay, that's a whole lot of lying going on.
Yeah.
So either you telling the truth or you not. Like, so one of the parents, the one that drove their daughter to Florida 8 hours to meet R. Kelly, she knew she was sleeping in his room that night. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you took your 17-year-old down there and just gave him to this man. And don't you
Mm-hmm.
know, she said that R. Kelly told her the reason why her parents were so easy to give her away to him because he bought them 2 bricks. And the court was
Oh
like, "What's
wow.
bricks?
Oh wow. Are you
That's
serious?
cocaine, ain't it?"
Yeah. So they over there they
He
hustling.
bought them 2 bricks because the daddy used to be a drug dealer.
Oh wow. So he had a little
He
come up on 2 bricks.
Yeah, he sold his
Allegedly.
child for 2 bricks. His daughter.
Allegedly.
Alleged. So let that man go home. And next time, R. Kelly, leave them little hot pussy ass little girls alone.
Yep. Yep. That's right. He did not go looking for them. They came to him.
It,
And exactly.
so who's the predator? If he didn't go find
Exactly.
them, they went to him.
Exactly.
They the predators.
Yeah. So why shouldn't he could have pressed charges on them for stalking him? Why he couldn't have turned to flip that whole damn script? Well, that's okay because it's the defense attorneys are doing it for him.
Oh yeah, they turned their ass up. And defense attorneys haven't even put their witnesses on there yet. This
So
is
imagine by the
all
time
the
they get him
state.
out.
And see, the state is about to bore the hell out of the juries because they like getting tired. Like, damn, you got 50. Why does it take all these people? If this man is guilty, why y'all got to call 50, 60 damn people on the stand to say he's guilty? It don't take but one or two.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just
That's
going
it.
on and on and on. And it's like, damn, I mean, I don't know what y'all going to. If he go to jail, I don't know. And his charges are racketeering and what is it? I don't know if it's kidnapping or whatever, taking a minor across state lines. They mamas brought them to him.
Exactly, allegedly.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that. But girl, this is a mess. Let that man
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. He can have anybody he want. Exactly. Yeah, he can have anybody he want.
He
He didn't have
told
to.
one
He
of them.
didn't,
He told one of
mhm,
them, "I'm a motherfucking legend. Either you on the
yeah,
boat or you not."
that part.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I be so honest to be honest, and this
I'm
is
over it.
from the bottom of my heart. I really hope that they let him go. I really do, because honestly, I don't see nothing that he have done wrong without the consent of them. All of them, like we all have said and agreed upon, they all consented with this. Even the parents knew. Why do y'all have him locked up? Okay, that's the whole damn thing.
And so they trying to crucify him because he made them call him daddy.
Hmm.
So
That's a common thing. Shit,
if
that's
that's what he
common.
like,
That's common for a man to do when you having when you being intimate with the woman. It's common for that. So I didn't see it in anything out of the ordinary.
so the girl that's from Dallas that he's supposed to have gave syphilis or whatever to. Now after she found out, how about she flew down there to see him 2 or 3 more times after that?
Mm-hmm.
So who's the victim here?
That's what I'm saying. So that sounds like some real stalkerish shit to me. Allegedly, that's
They
all some real
crazy.
stalker shit.
Free R. Kelly.
Please free R. Kelly shit, because I'm still stepping in the name of love whenever he get the fuck out.
Let that man go home.
Yes, let him come home. Enough is enough. I think they're trying to
He
make an
he
example.
Yeah, didn't Hugh Hefner? He had the Playboy Mansion. He did the same thing. Didn't the
Hmm.
white man do that? He had all them
Yeah,
little girls up in there at the
yeah. For
Playboy
how
Mansion.
many years?
Mm-hmm.
How many years
Girl,
allegedly?
please.
About 20 some goddamn
Ale-
you, 30 goddamn years.
yeah,
Shit.
until he just died.
Yeah.
All
Till
of
he
us.
just couldn't take
Mm-hmm.
no more goddamn me fucking Viagra's.
Let let R. Kelly go so he can quit getting fat because he done got fat up in there.
40 years. Hell yeah, 40 years he did that shit with up in that Playboy mansion. You sure right. 40 years.
Mm-mm. So
Yeah.
one of the I because they have several YouTube people that are there at the court every day, and some people are buying the transcripts before it goes public, right? So
Yeah.
one of them, the girls was up there testifying, and he'd been just looking straight and not making any expressions or anything. But when she said R. Kelly had to use his hand to do what he needed to do because he couldn't function, that's the only time he was acting. He put his hand in his head and was like, "This bitch lying."
Oh my goodness. Either
R. Kelly
he
was
put his
like,
head
"Man,
down because she was.
he probably thinking, I ain't got to play with myself. I'm a legend."
Either he put his head down because she was lying, or he put his head down because she fucked him up because he might did do that shit at one point. Because R. Kelly is a freak. Let's not forget. He's still the freak of the week now.
Well, I'm saying, but he got like 3, 4, 5 people right there. We got can't they could have did it for him.
What's up? Exactly.
I
Exactly.
just wanted to say one thing now. I don't agree with all the kinky ass shit that they were doing in the bedroom, but if somebody going around eating trick that ass, I just don't these females are taking this freaky shit to another level. So if they doing that to
And
him,
it's
you
not
know damn
criminal.
well they was doing it to R. Kelly, and that's all they was doing it to R. Kelly voluntarily. If they doing it to Trick Daddy, y'all
Oh my
know.
God,
Exactly.
not treat that.
Exactly, girl. Trick that over there talking about they eating on his asshole.
Yes.
Trick
So
Daddy
if they
say he get
doing
his
that,
ass
look at
there.
Trick Daddy. If they doing that to
Girl, if
him,
they doing
ain't
it
no
to Trick
telling
Daddy, they
what
do
they
it to
doing to
anybody.
R. Shoot.
Yeah, but it don't make it criminal either, does it?
No, it's
Is
not
it
criminal.
criminal?
I mean, I don't,
But
and
it's
that's the thing.
nasty.
I don't agree with what they do in the bedroom, but that's their business. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All the stuff as far as urinating and feces. Some people are into that. That's not my thing, but that's some people are into that, and apparently, them girls didn't have no boundaries because at some point, excuse my French, it would have been you got me fucked up. Some of the shit
Uh-huh.
asking them to do. So that goes to
Mm-hmm.
show you they were so far in love that they didn't even have common sense. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was on them and their parents. Their parents put them in the situation,
Mm-hmm.
basically
And
saying
so this is what
allegedly, get
alleged.
get
So
your money any way you can.
exactly. So
Exactly.
what they
Basically,
don't do
what they
is, so
told them.
what they supposed to be doing next week is putting somebody, a doctor, on the stand to testify to the child's brain at that age. Girl, oh my God, I'm talking about y'all digging, y'all reaching real far.
Was Aaliyah the youngest one at 14 or
Yes,
15? She
15.
the youngest one, 15. Because all the rest of them
All
was like
these girls was like
16 and
a month or
17.
2 months from 18.
Okay, that's what I thought. They were 16 and 17 and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that was 16, 17. And they were all, and they're ranging from 16 through 18, going into 19 like that. And here we are 30 some years later, and they're
Right.
on the damn stand trying to remember
But
shit from when they
and
were 16 and 17.
I told Cynthia this, and this is just going off when we were growing up. We always talked to men that were older. My
Uh-huh.
Yep.
grandma's husband was older. My mom's
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
husband was way
Mm-hmm.
older because
Mm-hmm.
girls mature faster than boys. It's a proven fact.
Yep.
Girls mature because even me, when I was in high school, I didn't like boys that were in high school. I wanted to talk to somebody who was grown and on their stuff. And that's just always been common. If you go back years and years and years, women have always messed with older men. And
Exactly.
if you
Yep.
go even further back,
Yep.
look at the color purple. They were marrying their daughters out at 13 and 14 and 15 and 12.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's based off a true story. Mister was in
Yep.
his 30s. He came and got her. She was 13 or 14. So this
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
something that has been going on for years.
Mm-hmm.
And even when we were younger, it was common. It was common to be with
Yep.
somebody that was 10 years older than you or something like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
That
yeah,
was
and you in
common
high
when we
school,
was
your
growing.
boyfriend picking you up from school in his car.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. And
That
I
was
know
a
it's a
cool
lot of
thing
young
back then. That was the shit. That was the shit. You was the shit if your
that was
nigga
it.
came and picked you up
Right.
in his
And they
shit.
and a lot of young
Mm-hmm.
people these days they can't fathom that because they and see that's why a lot of older people kind of I'm not gonna say agree, but they kind of understand, and that's why it went on so long with R. Kelly because that was normal back then. That was normal for a teenage girl to talk to somebody who was grown. I did it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
guilty. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
I
then yeah, and so
and I
what? Why
did it on
wouldn't
my
they not
own.
talk to
And I did
a
it on my own.
celebrity? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I did
And
it on
then
my own. I knew what I was doing. I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted somebody to imagine us dating some regular dudes and then R.
mm-hmm.
Kelly
exactly.
man is a millionaire and popular and famous. If we already
Exactly.
of course we gonna go wherever he you know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
be with him. But that's just how girls were back then. I was one of them. I didn't like dudes that I went to school with.
I
I
I
never
was
didn't
dating
either.
a
did.
more mature
Mm-mm.
dude. And
Exactly.
that's how
And
it
then
is.
this,
It's been like that.
and then check this out, Quisha. So what happened was, okay, so you just that whole scenario you just said. So when the parents find out, because they really know who R. Kelly is, right?
Mm-hmm,
So they
mm-hmm.
pushing it even deeper and
Yeah,
further.
a dollar sign go off in their head when they say, "You
Mm-hmm.
talk to who? You met who?" Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and basically that's how that happened back then. And
Mm-hmm.
it and they can say what they want to say now because they probably broke and ran out of money or whatever they was doing. They was getting paid for these interviews and all this kind of stuff. It's all about money. The same thing that happened. And I don't mean to bring him up with Bill Cosby, the same thing. Because while you wait 30, 40 years to say somebody did something to you, or and you knew this man was married when you was meeting him at his hotel at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like my grandma used to say, ain't nothing open but legs and 7-Eleven that time of morning.
That's
Now
it.
you know
That's what
that.
I always been told.
That's what them old heads say, baby.
So, and that's common sense. So why am I gonna leave? Now I know you married because it's public knowledge, and then you calling me
Mm-hmm.
telling me to meet you at a hotel at 3 o'clock in the morning. What I'm going there? If we ain't talking business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. The
It,
main lady that
the
was
main business
testifying
hours.
against Bill Cosby, that was her story. She went to his hotel at 3 o'clock in the morning because he called her. Well, you knew he was married.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody's using any common sense. But we know why a lot of them got away with it because they were of the other color. You understand what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
and that's the thing. We tell our men all the time, y'all keep getting caught up with these you know what's. And it always backfire
It
on
come
you. Look
back
at
to
OJ.
bite you.
Look at
Yep.
OJ.
Hmm.
Y'all
See,
keep
what they
up.
trying to do is
You know
make
what
an
I'm saying?
example out of R. Kelly.
That's what I
Mm-hmm.
said. That's the
Yeah.
same thing I said. So they trying
They
to make an
couldn't get
example
they
out of him.
couldn't get Bill. They couldn't get Bill. Okay, now let's put our focus on R. Kelly.
But you know what? I think a lot of this is going to backfire for real because if you listen to what the defense is doing to the and to crush these girls' stories and what they're saying and catching them in all kind of lies, because
Mm-hmm.
he says to himself, so is this about this? Is this trial about R. Kelly's what he his how he likes to have sex, or I mean what? Because there's really what they're saying it doesn't make sense. And I'm gonna tell you some another thing that clarifies that they was not victims, they were not trapped, they were not held hostage. They haven't called not one parent to say, I've been trying to I tried to get my child, I couldn't find her, I couldn't do not
Right.
one, not
And also,
one.
time, please remember that they had access to cell phones.
All
Mm-hmm.
of them did. They was
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
texting pictures to their friends of him
Okay.
and
So,
telling one of them sent the picture to her mom and told her to keep it in
mm-hmm.
case and he was like, in case of what?
Right.
Like to me, y'all was trying to do some entrapment shit on him.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
And then I'm just wondering, is his wife gonna come out and
mm.
testify
Oh, she needs to
because
have several seats too.
she
She better
has, but
not. She better not come forward.
but
She
you
better
was
sit her
helping
ass
him.
down,
You
Drea.
you was helping him though. See, that's the
She
thing.
Exactly.
yes,
Until you got divorced, the whole time you've been there helping him with this.
Exactly. She was right there in that
Was
house,
right there helping.
being the choreographer of all
Hmm.
their goddamn
Hmm.
routines.
And even participating in
and
some of the.
Exactly. And
participating.
some of the threesomes and shit. She
Uh-huh.
So
even said it herself.
she ain't
Yeah,
gonna
she
come
said it.
forward because they're gonna pull all her skeletons out the
Well,
closet.
they may
And
subpoena
she
her.
don't want that.
Yeah, they may subpoena her though, like they doing everybody
Yeah,
else.
you right. They may subpoena her. Then she's not gonna have a choice.
Because
But
if
she's
she
gonna
was
Somebody
limit
nothing,
her conversation, I guarantee you that.
hmm
somebody said today. So what do I have to say? I went to one of R. Kelly concerts and y'all subpoenaed me to say I slept with him. I mean, they just pulling people out the woodworks and these girls that they coming, they I can't recall. I don't remember. No, I
but
didn't say that.
but let me say this, and I wanted to say allegedly, the boy that came out, the story you were telling earlier, Cynthia, allegedly,
Lewis.
yes, he was offered a plea deal because he had another case pending to testify against R. Kelly. That's allegedly. So just keep that
Oh,
in mind.
yeah.
Supposedly he has another case and he was
Uh-huh.
offered a plea deal.
Uh-huh. So
Wow. What does he need a plea
wow.
deal for? Is
What
he committed
he has a pending case. He has a criminal case that he's currently out on bond for.
Oh wow.
oh, so oh wow. And
Huh.
you know what? If any boy
Now we getting into some shit because now it's making sense as to why they even subpoenaed him. He just trying to fucking get immunity, goddamn, and get out.
Well,
and
we'll see what happens,
we'll
Mama.
see. Well, see, listen, Quisha. So what? So if there was a
Allegedly.
boy involved, allegedly, let me just
Mhm.
say this. I'm telling you from what I seen with my own eyes. I went to Little Rock, Arkansas to a R. Kelly concert with Tamar, R. Kelly. Okay, it's the
Mm-hmm.
Black Panties tour.
Mm-hmm.
We went to IHOP afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that we was trying to figure out why come all the waitresses that was up front was acting all crazy. They was just acting all silly. So we saw the black what do you call them? The Sprinter van outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when two of them came back in, and apparently it was R. Kelly out there in the Sprinter. Okay, so this big, tall black bodyguard came back in after the two girls came back in and said he want to see you. And so the manager told her, "Take your apron off, girl. Go out there." She went out there. We ate and came back, and she never came back in there. And the Sprinter van was gone. So I know for sure. And this girl was probably in her early 20s, but I know for sure that R. Kelly ain't got to say nothing but a word for people to do whatever the hell he wanted
Exactly.
them to do. I
Ex-
saw this with my own eyes, so I know, and that's the reason why I'm saying, that's why I'm keeping up with this, because I just don't believe he's done anything criminal, for
I don't.
real.
yeah,
Mm.
and now immoral, maybe. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
but
Right.
not
questionable.
criminal.
But
Right.
criminal out. You know what I'm saying? Because what people do in their bedrooms, that's their business, man. We finding out more and more to this day. People do stuff we is that we would probably never do. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that people are judging him based off of what they're saying he's done in the bedroom. Because I still don't see how you can approve sexual assault. If sexual assault is kind of like rape. So the how is it sexual assault? I'm still confused at the charge.
Exactly.
There's a clear difference
Mm-hmm.
uh, than being a
Mm-hmm.
willing participant and then being sexually assaulted. He didn't drug
Mm-hmm.
them. He didn't do. And let me tell you something. This Azriel Clary chick, don't you know he put $5,000 a month in her bank account?
Mm-hmm.
She had a boob job. He got her a boob job. They shopped when they wanted to. They got their hair and shit done when they wanted to. They nails, they clothes, wore red
Mm-hmm.
bottoms, did everything they wanted to. They were kept women. He
Yeah.
was in a
And
polygamous
she's
poly
a poly relationship.
relationship,
Mhm.
and so
She
I'm
seems
not
to be
understanding why that's criminal.
she seems to be a cloud chaser too, because she's doing a lot of stuff on the internet. I'm noticing she likes to be seen, and she's doing a lot of stuff. She's not. Let me just say this to me, and this is my personal opinion. She's not acting like a victim.
No, because when she first got with R. Kelly, she had just recently tried to commit suicide because her boyfriend had broke up with her.
Damn. So
Just
all
months
this
before
is
she
what I'm
got with
saying.
him.
So all this is coming out in the trial. It's a lot. That's why you have to look at from day one of the trial all the way up to now, because it's so much. It's a lot, and it's steady coming out. It's the same way with
Let me just tell y'all, if you
the other trials.
Quisha
Go ahead.
and Cynthia, I sent it to you today. That lady that's on there, what was the, I can't pull it up right now on my phone, but
You talking about the one that the Rhonda or whatever, Rhonda Pace?
no, no. I'm talking about the blogger, the YouTuber. What's her name?
Oh, okay. Infama, what's her name?
I
I
don't
can't
have it. I
think of
can't
it
pull it
now.
up on my phone. But if you go to her page, they got 3, 4, 5 hours of them reading the actual transcript word for word, from the judge to the state to the people that's on the stand to the defense attorney. They're reading. They're acting out the whole thing. Hours of it,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
can hear
Wow.
in there, you can listen in there on every word that was said, because they are buying the transcript. The transcripts is costing $500 and $600 right now,
Wow.
so they're
how much?
buying the transcript and they're reading because it's you can't get it. It's kind of sealed. You have to
Yeah,
purchase it.
you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna that's them transcripts gonna end up being a book when this is all over with.
They reading it word for word for word for word. and that the
Cause
videos are like 3 and 4 hours long. It's like
I
5 and 6 people on
know
there reading.
just bits and pieces of some of the stuff they were saying that they were doing sexually. What is the reason why I says it's a lot, and basically that's a lot of the stuff that they basically saying is going into detail to what they was doing behind closed doors. Nobody has not once said he forced himself on them. They were just saying about the stuff that he had them doing. But if you agreed to do it, and you be, and this is the thing, even if you felt uncomfortable doing it the first time, let's say for instance you felt uncomfortable doing it for the first time. After it was over, why did you stay and do it over and over and over?
That's all I'm saying. That's my whole thing. They kept going back. They
No, they
kept,
didn't
That's
go
what
back.
the defense is
They stayed.
saying.
They stayed. They never left. What
yeah.
The
they going
defense
back?
is saying that. Yeah, that's what the defense is saying. If you were so uncomfortable, why did you stay for 3, 4, 5 years?
Yeah,
Yes.
because that's a
So if he
long
if
time.
and if he's supposed to have herpes or whatever, them two girls that was with him the longest, they ain't never said they had nothing.
Nothing. I ain't never heard his wife say that either. And she was sleeping with
Nothing.
she had kids by him.
And when they
Exactly.
have medical records of this, where are the medical records to
Well,
show where they went to the
his
doctor?
his doctor did confirm that he has had it, but he's been being treated for it, so it has not been passable. Wherever they treated him for it, is it's not. It's just like what Usher has. Usher has herpes too, allegedly, but
Allegedly.
if they're being treated for it, it
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 he
doesn't
can't pass
pass.
it.
It can't
Mhm.
pass it to nobody else. So they
Mhm.
did confirm that because they were trying to say that he was recklessly giving it to people, and his doctor was like, no, because I've been treating him since 2007 for it, and he's been going undetectable for it, and he has not been able to pass it to nobody.
Ah, okay.
So
And
they
and so
debunked
what the
that allegedly.
mhm. But see, these girls getting up here saying they reading online just like we are. So they
Yep.
ain't none of them produce no medical records. Not
No,
one of them.
That's what I'm saying. Where are the medical records? That's
but
all I'm saying.
yeah,
They're not producing them. I know they have
that's,
them for R. Kelly.
yeah. But that's his doctor though testified on his behalf. He was like, no, he's not recklessly giving out anything to anybody. He said because I've been actively treating him for it since 2007.
Oh wow.
And you know, R. Kelly and them had to give him permission to even come up and say that because that's part of HIPAA law. But
Yeah, it is part of the HIPAA.
he
Yeah.
said that, and I did see that part. Somebody had showed that little clip because they were trying to say, well, he's recklessly giving out herpes. You know, just anything they can say because, like you said, Tanya, it's really nothing illegal about what he was doing. So they're trying to find anything that they just. It's like they're throwing darts at the wall and see what's gonna stick.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they just like they doing this, like he was trafficking them and taking them here, and
Mm-hmm.
the defense is debunking that too because some of these
Yeah,
parents and older sisters were taking them. Like,
Yes.
but do they know what trafficking means? So
Apparently not.
because trafficking basically means that you're being kidnapped and taken
kidnap.
against your will,
Yep.
and you're being prostituted out or being sold to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
when somebody traffics you. That means that they kidnapped you, took you against your will. They've either sold you to somebody or they keep selling you to somebody else. What trafficking is. No, he didn't. First of all, he didn't go find them. They came to him. So that automatically says no trafficking because they came to him. And then secondly, he only kept them for himself. He didn't allow nobody else to sleep with his women. He wasn't pimping them out or letting
They weren't
nobody else
even
have sex with
no,
them.
they weren't even allowed to talk to other men.
Exactly. So I was confused. That's like I said, they throwing stuff at the wall. They threw the trafficking out
Mm-hmm.
there. They threw the he's recklessly giving out STDs to people. They threw that out there. And it's just they just keep throwing stuff to just hope something stick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's
Exactly.
just hope it doesn't free R. Kelly because I just don't think he deserves to be prosecuted like this because he a freak.
Exactly. And the thing about it is how they've been treating him inside of there with not giving him his medication. all that type of stuff. They been
but
doing him.
Yeah, they've been
that's when
doing
he
it.
was in Chicago. But now that they said his attorneys, I mean, yeah, his attorney said now that he's in New York, he's being treated really well. In
Oh,
Chicago, they
good.
dogged him out. They dogged
Well,
him out.
good that they
So
are treating him
But
better
in
because
New
he
York,
shouldn't even have been in general population. They didn't put Bill Cosby in general population. So why did they
mm-mm,
put him in general pop?
mm-mm. No, he should not have been.
They trying to break that
But
man down.
so
And
he
yeah,
so he is or was in the general population.
that's what my
in
understanding is.
Chicago,
I jumped in
Oh
Chicago.
wow. Come on now. Are
and the
y'all
person that
serious?
jumped him, was paid by one of the guards.
Yeah, they say he got jumped by a couple of few people in Chicago. And I mean, you how can you get jumped if you in protective custody? You have to be
Oh
in jail.
wow. Oh wow.
And then they say he was assaulted, and I think they allegedly, I think it was more to that. Y'all know what I'm saying. I just don't want to put it out there, but
Gonna say shit.
I'm thinking allegedly when they said assaulted, I'm thinking allegedly they let somebody rape him or something. And you know,
I already had heard that.
yeah,
So
and I
allegedly, yeah, that
yeah,
did allegedly they put somebody in the cell with him, and allegedly that
yes,
did happen.
that's
Yeah,
what I heard too, allegedly.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And if that's the case, that's real fucked up
Because
because
he
we
already
don't
had been
deserve that.
before growing up. That's the reason why he's so freaky like he is. Because a
Exactly.
woman abused him when he was growing up. And
Yeah,
I think,
allegedly his aunt or sister, aunt or something. But this
It
is the
was
thing
his
that got me,
sister,
y'all. Yeah, the
allegedly his
sister.
sister.
and I
Allegedly, but
think y'all, that's the reason why he liked younger women because an older woman took advantage of him, and he probably never wants to not be in control. And he feel like with younger women, he can always be in control because that older woman took advantage of him when he was so young. That's
yeah,
just
but
what.
and here's the thing that was disturbing for me because what I got out of that for him being raped like that by other family members. You all don't y'all know he in an interview stated that he used to take his mom's glass that she would drink out of, and you know how you would leave the lipstick around the glass, where she sit the glass down. He would pick the glass up after she leave or whatever, and he would put his lips where her lips were on that glass, on where the lipstick print was, because he was so fascinated with his own mom. So to me, when I heard him say that, that was sickening to me in itself. You had a whole fascination of your mom. You were fascinated about your own mama. So that was to me when he said that I couldn't believe that. That made me like he really has a mental illness on a sexual mental illness, y'all. That
Yeah, he
I
should
can't
have
even
been put
explain it.
into a mental facility instead of a jail. And I feel like
Exactly.
if had it been anybody else that was famous like him, that's what they would have did, knowing the type of history, mental history that he had, an abusive history, growing up being a victim as himself. They would have put him in a mental institution instead of putting him in a jail.
What?
But
Well, it was one time when he was a little boy, because he's the youngest, I think. And his brother, they did I saw his brother talk about it once and saying that it was this old man that tried to molest R. Kelly, and they caught him. They stopped him before he did it, and they said he stopped talking for a whole year.
Oh
He
wow.
wouldn't go outside. He wouldn't do nothing. And the reason, I don't know if it was infatuation he had with his mom, but his brother said that his mom really tried to protect him after that. So he really loved his mama because his brothers were older. And so they would be going out, and sister was older, and they would be doing their own thing. And it was just him and his mom at the house after they all left. Um, and so when she died, that really just messed him up. I think he got a song about her.
He does.
Um,
Sadie or something like that. Is it
yeah,
Sadie? Or is it the other? It's one
It
of them. I think he have
I
several. He
think
got
it's
more
Sadie.
than one song about her.
But yeah, he stopped talking for a whole entire year. Like they said he wouldn't do nothing, he wouldn't play, he wouldn't do anything. He just stayed in the house with his mama.
Yeah, because he was fascinated with her hair. Over there dreaming about it and shit. Yeah.
I don't know that
Originally.
I don't know if that's but I just think he should be mentally he should get some mental help versus locking him in a cage
Oh, he
because
definitely
it's some
mental
stuff that
health.
he didn't deal with and he really doesn't even have any family. Like he don't have aunts and uncles and nobody he can confide in. Everybody that's around him is paid people, boss
Mm-hmm.
people.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
So no one
They even
probably
brought up
truly
his
really loves him
security.
but them little girls.
Yeah. They brought up the way they talked about it, the way I looked at it, they looking at him like he built a whole a cult up in there. Like they called it the Enterprise. Did you see that in the trial? They said he called it the Enterprise, allegedly. That's what they said he called
Your
his
voice was you kind of
cult.
distorted. They said they called it the what?
They
You
said that they
breaking up.
called it the Enterprise.
That was the name of his business.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah. The Enterprise was.
Yeah, so they called
I
it
don't know
so
if
they
that's
called it the Enterprise. So they were trying to make it like it was a cult or something.
child. These white folks is
I
crazy.
mean, if it was a cub, wouldn't it have been more men than just him?
Exactly.
That's what you would think. You would think like that shit we be watching Ruth, goddamn Quisha.
I think he was in poly relationships and this all of them knew about each other was no secret nobody he was not married he was a single man he was famous had money doing his own thing and you wanted to be a part of his circle no matter how freaky and nasty he was nobody forced not one of them to do anything.
No,
Have
not
y'all
at
ever
all.
heard? Have y'all ever heard of Nature Boy?
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I
Okay,
have.
so y'all know he's in a polyamorous relationship as well,
Hmm.
and I've been following
That's the
him.
one on Bigo, right?
On Bigo now, but he's been on YouTube and on Instagram forever. He just got on Bigo recently, but
Hmm.
I've been following him for years, and he's in a poly relationship, but he has done a lot of stuff. He allegedly now is has HIV and is passing off to women. He sacrificed one of his wife's baby by allegedly burning the baby alive. Um,
Damn.
I mean, you have to go back and do your research on him, but he does a lot of stuff too. And how they're able to get away with this stuff is these women consent. All of his
Allegedly.
Yeah, he's only 40 years old. All his women are in their early 20s.
Hmm. And that's another thing. That's how they start. They're so young. They're easily
Uh-huh.
manipulative. And then we were talking about that too, Quisha, how the younger women from our generation of the thought process
Hmm.
and the choices that are made at the younger age versus the older women
Hmm.
that are wiser
Yeah.
per
Younger
se.
people these days, they more influenced by what they see on the internet.
Right.
They more followers. Nobody really thinks for themselves. Thus,
Exactly.
thus how they created the cancel culture. So if
Right.
one of them say somebody canceled, they all jump on the same bandwagon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just amazing to me. One of them say, and I know one of them said, one of them say it's okay to be gay today. Everybody want to be gay tomorrow. You know, it's
Exactly.
it's 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 crazy how the younger generation are so controlled by the internet when we're not because we didn't have it like that.
No, we
So
Nope. And
didn't.
these girls that's in this circle with him, they weren't influenced by it either. They just
Exactly.
hmm
no,
no.
and we talked about this the other day. How it's just crazy the way the world is in this younger generation. They so much followers. A lot of them don't even know R. Kelly's history, but because they see somebody on the
Mm-hmm.
media say he's a bad person,
Mm-hmm.
he's sexual, so they all jump on that bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
None of them
Mm-hmm.
actually know what actually happened. All they know is what they're being told. So you'll look at these comments and stuff on Instagram and everybody bashing them. These are all kids. I guarantee you, most of them are all under 30. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because they are followers. They just go by what they hear on the internet. Nobody does any research anymore.
Exactly.
You
That's
know,
the same thing I was saying about Aaliyah's music in general. When they finally dropped her shit after 30 some years, like this generation, they know nothing about Aaliyah's music whatsoever. They know nothing about the beauty of her artist, of her music. And it's even with R. Kelly, we can say they can point him out to be this and that or a bad person, but in reality, his music was the fucking bomb. Like
that
he's
Still
fucking
is.
good. It still
still
is
is.
very
That's
fucking
what I'm
Girl, I
talented.
listen to it all the time.
Me too. I have not stopped listening to it, because
And
it's
all
just
you
like
got to
we
do is
talked
watch,
about.
go to YouTube and watch some of his live concerts, and you will see
saying.
exactly how them women are at them concerts. You'll see
Yeah.
exactly
And it's just like we
why.
talked about. Yeah. It's just like we
It's
talked
all
about.
crazy.
Yes.
Just like my
We
son make fun of me. My son make fun of me because I like Boosie. He said, "Oh, that Boosie's for old bras."
I like Lucy, but that's
we
I
it.
love
all
me some
love
Boosie.
Boosie. See what I'm
And
saying?
you can
Boosie,
listen to
mystical, fucking juvenile. Me and Quisha talk about that all the time.
you can
Yeah,
listen
we
to
like them shit.
these songs these days, and I'm sorry, sometimes I can't tell one artist from the next. They all sound the same.
Can't tell you
Auto
what they
tune,
saying either.
auto tune that, and the auto tune make them all sound the same. Then a
Hmm.
lot of them remake songs using our old beats from our old songs. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
A lot of
Exactly.
them just remaking music to the beats that the real music came out on years ago. The music just not the same anymore. You don't have no more Anita Baker. You don't have who out there now, a younger generation that might be as good as Anita Baker or Whitney Houston. I'm talking about younger generation.
We don't have it. We don't
Um,
have it. We don't have
you know,
too much.
and you can't even say Beyonce no more. 'Cause Beyonce is 40, so she's up in age now. She not no younger generation no more.
No, she's not. And I don't even know why allegedly Nicki Minaj keep trying to come out here and there and shit trying to
And
compete
she
against
38.
Cardi and Megan them, and she just sit her ass down because I'm
Yeah,
about
she
sick of her
38.
ass.
She 38.
She just sit her
Cardi,
ass down somewhere over there marrying that fucking pedophile over there taking up. That was the worst mistake of her life, marrying that damn pedophile over there.
don't even
Now
get me
she's out of
started.
all kind of attorney fees and trying to pay uh his victims off.
Hmm.
Shit. It's crazy. This shit is crazy.
Free R.
Yes.
Kelly.
Free
Hmm.
R. Kelly, y'all. Free R. Kelly. But even besides R. Kelly, it's other stuff that's going on, even, with this COVID stuff. It's getting out of hand. Me and Quisha was talking about that too earlier because it's another strand that has come forward, starts with the M. And I talked about that in a previous video that they deleted. It starts with the M. I can't even pronounce it. But that's the new strand, and now it's in California. So it's just a matter of time that it'll be here.
It's just like the hurricane. They come out with a new strand after the out of the alphabet. So we had Delta, then they went to what was it, Lambda. Now this one start with an M. Mu a mile. Oh,
Right. I guess they gonna go down that motherfucking alphabet with the
gotta go
strands.
by that. That's what they gonna do.
Yeah, they gonna go down the alphabet with the strands too. Shit. Fuck it. Why not? Go down the alphabet with the strands. Hell. Yeah. That shit is crazy, y'all.
I don't
So
want none of it.
I don't either. I don't want none of that. I don't. I damn sure do. I'm not, and I stand by that. I'm not taking that vaccine. Okay. Um, and that is what that is. I pray for those who are, are being forced to take it because of their jobs and their careers. Because nobody should work for a company that forces you to take the vaccine. And if you're working for a company that forces you to do something like that, then I suggest you find something else, because I don't think no amount of money. That's where it comes to the all money ain't good money, because that's where I draw the line. If I have to work for a company that is going to force me, then I won't be with that company. I'm sorry. It is what it is. So yeah.
I don't know when did that become okay to be trying to force people? They're not forcing you to take another other kind of vaccination.
No, because the other vaccine, it takes years and decades for them to even produce it. And here they are, what took a couple of months or whatever to come up with COVID, with this fucking COVID vaccines, allegedly months.
It took them
All the other
over
vaccines, decades.
Yeah, it took them over 20 years to come out with the flu vaccine. It took 50
Exactly.
years to come out with the chickenpox vaccine. I got the
Exactly.
chart off the CDC
Exactly.
website.
Yeah, you send it to me.
Yeah, none of them have never took less than 10 years.
Mm-hmm. So how in the fuck you gonna sit up here and all of a sudden come up with a vaccine in a couple of months, and you're just pushing it on us and say, oh, it's safe. Oh, okay, it's safe. Go ahead and take it. Yeah, it's safe. This shit is crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, we're gonna recap, you guys, and then we are going to end this live because we have done real good, and this have been some good content, and we've talked about a lot tonight. And you guys come in and continue to send me the content that you all want me to discuss, because we over here in the House of Sin City, we're gonna talk about it. Okay. So again, thanks to all my sensations. I do see you all again. If you want content send it to my email at sentsaidit@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on IG as well. DM me on IG. I have all my sensations. Y'all are sending the content. I thank you all. My cousin is part of the sensations now. He's sent me this content on the 911 caller. So again, I'm hearing you all, and I'm going to talk about it. Whatever you all want to talk about, we're gonna talk about it over here. Okay. So yeah, and I thank my sis Tanya, my moderators. Tanya, my moderator, my other sister Tasha Parker, my moderator. Thanks to all of y'all coming on the panel. Quisha, Tanya, I love you all. Thank you all for the support and love on the panel. The comments, I appreciate you all. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Any last words you want to say, sis, before we end this live?
No, I'm just gonna say treat R. Kelly, and if y'all want to see what's going on in this case, you can go to those. I really hate to redirect to another YouTube channel. I really do. But
no, go by all means, because I support. We support our people over here on Sin City, because
I can't
some of the
remember her
content
name.
we do get from them.
Yeah,
Matter
I
of
can't
fact,
remember her
I
name.
can tell you. Hold on, I can tell you what her name is. Let me go to what you sent me. Hold on for a second. It is. Let me go to your message real quick. I can tell you her name. Her name, Infamous Sylvia. That is her. Shout out to Infamous Sylvia. I have no problem with shouting out to that
that's her.
sister. Yes, most definitely go
And
check that sister out because she is dropping all the gems on the R. Kelly. She's actually in the courtroom. I think she's the one in the courtroom, right?
yes, yeah, and they're the ones. That whole entire group is because R. Kelly has like a team of people that his supporters. They're putting
Mm-hmm.
money together
Mm-hmm.
and they're purchasing these transcripts. And
Mm-hmm.
so what they're doing is they're getting on every night after court and they're reading word for word what went on in the court in the courtroom. So this for those that don't believe or that believe that R. Kelly is guilty of something, these are actual words that are coming out of the trial. Like, and you
Yes,
can judge for yourself. And if you got
absolutely.
any type of common sense and listen to
Mm-hmm.
this stuff, you can
Mm-hmm.
tell instantly that it's a whole lot of lying going on
Yep.
and that these girls were not victims. They were
Mm-hmm.
actually predators. They went looking for him. He didn't look for them.
Exactly.
And their
Exactly.
parents, if anybody goes to jail, if R. Kelly go to jail, their parents need
The
to go
parents
right
should go
along with him.
also. Exactly. For yeah, because they
And the
basically
handlers,
stalking.
the
Yeah,
people
they
that was
basically
buying the tickets.
stalking.
Yeah. So um I wouldn't be saying this because I'm a mother and I'm a grandmother of two girls. So I wouldn't be co-signing on somebody being doing something ill to a little girl or whatever. But from
Yeah.
experience with being a certain age and dating older men,
Mm-hmm.
R. Kelly didn't do anything. He's freaky, but he didn't do anything criminal.
I agree. I totally
So
agree. I totally agree, sis. I
and
agree.
people who said that he was guilty that has been listening to this commentary and these transcripts have changed their mind completely, and me
Yes.
being one of them. He didn't do
Yes.
anything that he don't need to be. He shouldn't be in jail.
Yeah, I never thought to be in the beginning. I've never been the one of the ones who felt like he should have been in jail in the beginning because again, like you and I and Quisha was speaking on, we all have been in the situation where we have dated an older man in
Yeah,
our teenage years and nothing was said back then because it was okay back then, but it's because of the generation of millennium time that we are in now that they're saying it's not okay, yet and still we have allegedly Hillary Clinton, all these other people's over here, sex trafficking, human organ trafficking, doing all this other stuff with these children, and nothing, and none of that is being talked about. But over here, I'm gonna talk about it. I know they can shut me
yeah,
down all they want to. They've deleted one of my other videos. They didn't want that out. They've been shadow banning me. I've been seeing all of that. I know all of this. I haven't told you all what's going on with my videos, but I've been being shadow banned because a lot of
wow,
stuff they don't want out. But guess
yeah, and
what?
then
Doesn't
it's
matter
key.
because we still gonna talk about it. Ain't nobody gonna
Yeah,
stop me.
it's
Okay.
key. It's key algorithms, like key
Yes,
words that are being said that causes them to
it
start
does.
shadow. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want to
Exactly.
say.
Exactly. And ain't nobody gonna stop me because this is why I said it over here. And we're gonna speak on it. Okay. And nobody
Yep,
gonna stop us.
yep. And so I think next week, they don't go back to trial until Thursday. I say next
Mhm.
Friday we make this another topic to see what else
Oh,
has come out.
we're definitely going to catch back up with an update. We're going to keep talking about it. Every time we get an update, we're
Hmm.
going to discuss it, whether they
Yep.
like it or not. Because again, like you said, free R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Free R.
shouldn't be in
Kelly.
jail. If he
Yes.
go to jail, if he go to prison, a lot of other people
The parents
should
should
go to
go as
prison too.
well.
And know that this is not over because after this New York, he still has to go back to Chicago.
Yeah.
And I think this New York, if he's let free from this, that Chicago will be fast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it's some of the same people, some of the same allegations, and so
Mhm.
again, let's revisit this next Friday because they're out all next week because of the holiday, and the DA in that over there, she's Jewish or whatever, and so they got some
Okay.
type of holiday.
Okay.
And so they're not going back to trial actually until Thursday. And
Okay.
so I don't know when the state is going to rest, but the defense hadn't even started yet.
And see, that's the thing, because see, when the defense start, ain't no telling what else is going to come out. You see what I'm saying? It's more
Yeah.
and more evidence is going to come out, more and more witnesses, and more for us to talk about.
But let me just say this too. So for them to say that R. Kelly recorded all this, guess what?
Yeah,
Not one video.
came
Where they
forth.
at? Where
Yeah,
is it?
yeah.
He's supposed to have been recording from his iPad, him making you eat shit, feces. Where is it? Where's the video? They ain't
But you know
produced not
what?
one.
I think where it's going to come into play at is when the defense come forth. I
When
think
his
that,
defense,
I think that because a lot of the videos that they are speaking on is going to help him in his defense. And I think that the attorneys, a lot of that is going to come out when the defense presents its case. We'll see a
yeah.
lot of more videos.
Yeah, when the defense comes, we're gonna really be saying free R. Kelly because
Oh
they
yeah,
calling his attorney, his lead attorney, the mechanic, because he working their ass over every time they get up on the stand,
what they
and
call
he
it?
ain't the mechanic.
See, okay.
The mechanic, that's what they
Yeah,
calling him, because he know exactly what he doing. He did his homework, trust
yeah,
me. And
yeah.
they
That's
just hired him 30 days ago because he
cool.
fired his first uh, team.
Yeah, I heard that.
So
Mm-hmm.
the mechanic is
Mm-hmm.
working their ass over.
And you know why? And this is all allegedly. I feel like the reason why they fired the first group of the attorneys is because of how he was being treated in the jail. And
Yep.
because that's part of your attorney's job to make sure that you're good in while you're in jail waiting upon your trial. So
Hmm.
while he was being treated all fucked up and all this shit have happened to him, that is why when he, as soon as he could get to that phone to fire their asses, he fired their asses. And I don't blame him.
And let me just say this too. So for everybody that's out here saying that R. Kelly can't read and write, that's a lie. You know, I'm gonna tell you what
Mhm.
R. Kelly is diagnosed as. He's dyslexic. That's the
Yeah,
difference between not being able to read and write.
exactly. They don't
So
know the difference between that. See, this is what the
so
younger
his
generation I
his
need to research.
So his first attorneys, they were trying to make that an issue. Oh, my client
Mm-hmm.
is it can't read and can't write, and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
now the truth has came out that he knows how to read and write. He's just dyslexic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dyslexic doesn't mean you don't read and write.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
there
This
you
means you
go.
read shit backwards and it's the way.
Exactly. That don't mean you don't know how to read.
Right. See, they don't know that. They don't know that. See,
If you
they talking to some. They talking to some people with some wisdom. They're talking to the lions
exactly
now, not the sheeps.
that
Okay, so
that's
lions,
actually
lions
done
over
their
here.
homework.
Yes, the sensation. We the lions over here. We're not the sheeps. Okay.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
feed me no wolf cookies, and I'm just gonna
Yeah.
believe it.
We wide awoke over here. Okay. Wide
We
awake.
got our third eye.
Yes. Got that third eye. It's open. Open.
Uh-huh.
For
Okay, sis.
real.
Good night. Love you.
Yes, love you too. Again, thanks for coming on the panel, sis. Great conversation tonight, content. And I look forward again, we are going to touch on part 2 of the R. Kelly update, you guys, next Friday.
Yep.
Until then, yes. I
If
love
I
you
find
all.
out something, I'll send it to you.
What you say, sis?
If I find something, I'll send it to you.
Oh, absolutely. Again, thanks to all of you all. I love the content that you all been sending me. You, Quisha, my cousin, like Kadeja, even she's from the borough. She didn't get a chance to come up on the panel, though, but she's been coming on the panel. Shout out to her as well.
Yeah.
Thank everybody, my cousins, all of the love, the support. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Yes. I will see you, sis.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Yes. Yes, and this concludes, you all, the show for tonight. Thanks to all my subs. Again, my sensations. I love you all. And until next time, you guys.